Papashevska, it is Thursday, November 25th.
I think so. Yes, 23rd. Yes, Thursday, November 25th. That would be one of the biggest football days in the history of our country. But more importantly, it's Thanksgiving, and it's an opportunity for us to give thanks for all the things that are important to us in our lives.
Absolutely. So wanted to make a quick video and just thank everyone for being a part of the YAA channel here on YouTube, the community forum that we set up earlier this year. I think it was back in July. There's over 5,000 people on the forum, which is incredible. There's been so many people that have been a part of our journey. Honestly, the YAA team as well. So the 15 or 20 or so people that now work on YAA full-time and part-time. The people who have taken placed a bet on us, we have like investors now, which is super fun and exciting. There's so many things to be thankful for. And honestly, I'm just so excited to be able to do all this with you, Dad. That hasn't changed. And yeah, it's just awesome on a day like today to think back to like the journey that we've been on and how much progress we've made, you and me and all of us together.
You know, I'm reminded that again this year we actually get to hang out with family on Thanksgiving. And one of the traditions when we hang out with our family is we go around the room and everybody gives thanks for at least one thing, you know, the thing that they're most thankful for. You know, and I guess this year we could say, hey, you know, I'm really thankful that as a family we could get together again. But I'm really thankful for the fact that, well, after your mother passed away, and I retired, you said, no, you're not really going to be retired. We're going to do something that might make a difference in other people's lives. And so I'm thankful that we actually were able to put it together, that we actually have been able to connect with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, and that we have impacted people's lives. People that are just everyday people trying to buy a car, trying to make sure they're getting a fair deal, people who are in the industry or out of the industry, you know, and just our family and our friends. And you know, there's a lot of BS in this country. Not even this country. There's a lot of BS all over the world, but
Just in life.
yeah. But what we tend to lose sight of, and we try to remember at least one day a year, which is Thanksgiving for us, is that life is short, and being with the people that matter to us means the most. And so that we should always find the time to remember that. Now, my suggestion, if it were me, my suggestion is that we do that really on a daily basis and not just an annual basis at the holidays.
We definitely get a dose of it like every Saturday night that we go live. I mean, think about that for a second, Dad. When we started YAA, when we started this journey together 2 years ago now, because it would have been about this time 2 years ago that I was calling you being like, hey, we got to work on this, because it was December of 2019 we put up our first video.
Yes.
Like the fact that now on Saturday nights we've got our friends there. That's how I family or friends, you could use either words. I mean, every time we hop on a Saturday night stream, there's dozens of chat messages from people that are there, that are just a part of our lives. And yeah, I love that. I'm thankful every Saturday night, you know. So at least it's not annual for me. I get every Saturday night.
Well, yeah, I know. Saturday evenings are really, really special, because we for whatever reason we tend to connect with more people on a Saturday evening than we do during the rest of the week. But just the fact that there's so many people that place their faith in us to try and guide them through this process, and realistically, so much of what we end up sharing has nothing to do with cars and has everything to do with life, and some of the wisdom that we're able to share and pass along, and some of the tales, and some which are tall, and some which maybe I'm not so proud of. But just the fact that we're able to do that and just impact people is, I don't know. It has given me the opportunity to change the direction of my life to a certain degree, and to find a richer sense of satisfaction than I had in my previous, and I'll use one of your favorite terms, in my previous iterations of life.
I don't know if you iterate on like your whole life, but I think you're speaking to your prior career. But one thing that I'm fascinated by, Dad, is I was legitimately concerned. This isn't news for you, but it's news for someone listening to this. I was legitimately concerned when my dad retired that he was beginning to experience kind of like cognitive decline. You remember those conversations?
Yes.
And I feel like you've actually become sharper over the past 2 years. And like for that, I'm actually really thankful, because by you being engaged, and you're involved heavily in YAA and in building this business and in building this community, I actually think it's made your life, you said more rich. I also think it's made it healthier. Like gives you something to work on, gives you something to do. And it's not a bad thing. Like you're helping people. It feels really, really rewarding. And so I'm really thankful that you're crazy enough to have bought into that and willing to be a part of that, because I think you're going to live longer and live happier because of it, honestly.
Oh my God. I hope so. Yeah, I hope to be around long enough to, I don't know, bounce a couple babies on my grandchildren on my knee, and and watch Miss Layla the dog play Little Red Riding Hood, and which is a long story, and maybe one day we'll share a picture. But yeah, it's given me something to do. It's forced me to keep my brain engaged and sharp.
Another thing I want to mention, I'm really, really especially thankful for all of the people behind the scenes. So James, who's likely the one editing this video, incredibly thankful for you. And James and I met through a freelancing gig
about a year ago.
About a year ago now.
Yeah.
He's awesome. My dad barbecued for him when we were out in Vegas, and like he came out and visited us. Arash, who I've been working with since day one with my dad when we met at that coffee shop. Arash, thank you. Vera, who's become an integral part of the team. And Kimberly, who's been around for a year now as well. Kimberly, thank you so much. I could list every single name. Like I could go through every single person that's on the team right now, and I'll spare you from that. But every person that's been a part of this journey, like the fact that you're crazy enough to support it, I appreciate that, because it's a big task what we're trying to do. It's a really big task. Like a lot of incumbent businesses make a lot of money by this system being the status quo, and I think YAA is the only company that I'm aware of that's really, honestly, genuinely not trying to play by their rules. And by that I mean not just sell your information to dealers as leads. Like that is how companies in this space make money. Hard stop. That's how you make money. In 2 years, we've never done that. In the next 2 years, we won't do that. And so there's easier ways to make money in life. And I think the fact that this team has come together, it's not because they want to like explicitly just make as much money as possible. It's because like they legitimately want to coach people and help people and build products that do that. And to me, that's something I'm really thankful for.
Somebody once said, I don't know who it was, I heard it somewhere and I never really believed it, but they said it is better to give than to receive. And I can tell you that from my experience at 70 years of age, it is. I get more out of helping people. I feel more rewarded out of helping people and giving to people than I ever do in receiving anything from people. Other than the only thing that I ever want to receive from people is thanks. Thanks for helping.
Well, go ahead. Leave my dad a thanks. Thanks for helping comment down below. Pops, I can't wait to do this again next year. Last year on Thanksgiving, we actually did a thanks giveaway live stream. Something tells me by Saturday night of this week, we'll be back live, and I can't wait for doing that with you as well.
Yes, I'm looking forward to our post Turkey Day live stream, where Ray overdoses on tryptophan from too much turkey.
Subscribe to get notifications for that. All right, Pops. I'm thankful for you. Thankful for Dara. I'm very, very appreciative and thankful right now. I appreciate you doing this video as well.
Well, thank you, honey. Thanks for the opportunity.
Much love.
Love you too. Bye-bye.